0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time. We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them.
$100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
White 20!
51's the mic! Double dog, that's the way.
Jester.
51's the mic.
Hold on. Check.
He's checking.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Wait, here we go, G, get off the field.
So after the INT, it's Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So a first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm on. 52 is the mic right here. Shadow!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He can run, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, let's go. Hey, kill. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 9. He's Shell. Horrible.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, Shell.
Now it's Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Shit. 6-6, bullet, hop, jacket, reload.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan.
Brady's pass complete to T.J. Logan.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Come on. Watch who draw quarters. Go get him. 59's Mike. Hey, check it.
Here's Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Wait, that 380. Check 52's to Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And a Buccaneer first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Brady now on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
13 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that sugar.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Is good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
On first down, Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's Kahn. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski.
Here we go. Here we go.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Mike. Hey, both 66.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Mike's 5-4. Hey, exit. Mike's 5-4.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 76.
From the red zone now, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We got him. We got him.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And this one is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
26 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up with 12 yards.
Check, 59. I got you, boy. I got you.
On first down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Leonard Floyd. Gronkowski, the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Rams 17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, baby.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard
line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
You remember me? You remember?
Super one.
Check three.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
They'll fake the give. Now gone.
Watch the curls.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Hey, we go tonight. Mike 20.
54. Mike 54. Watch QB drop.
Super one.
A shotgun snap for gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain of 22. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Hold on. Check. Two.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. He completes it to Jones. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 60 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, he's used to running at that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Jordan Whitehead there defensively. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Listen.
Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Got some room at the 30. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Levante David, the Bucs leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Hey, 5.
Everyone's got 4.
Hey, Haywood.
You.
Maverick wall.
Hey, watch it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Here's this out for Matthews. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Maverick. Hold on. Check.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's it, baby.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Goff. This is Miller, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Motion. Bumps up the helmet.
Merlin.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
Needing the tough yards, they run him with their fullback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Super 66. Bravo.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
At the Bucs 30-yard line.
Go.
Goff. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Value 3. 12.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball?
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devin Singletary, 99 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They begin with a run by Miller. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. To throw is gone. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, gone. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the gun, here's Gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing again is Gone. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Value 3. Hey, Alpha. 7.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll sink now to 0-4.